Welcome everyone to the fifth and final Introduction to Course Creation class. I'm going to go briefly over a bit of a recap of the past 4 classes, and if anyone wants to document any of this, if anyone wants to write any of this down, that could be really helpful because they're just going to be really brief descriptions of each one of the classes, so that way you'll know when you're coming up against something in the future which class video you can revisit to answer that question. You can also, of course, contact me or Kurt, and we'll be happy to assist as well. But this also, kind of like we talked in previous classes, the recap at the beginning of each class is helpful to solidify the most important points. That is the takeaway from your class for your students. So in the very first class, it was called Solidifying Your Idea. And so that was the class where we moved idea to advertisement. And so we all got that part down. And then the second class was marketing, advertising, and social media, where the focus of that class was to get people. Very simple. And so the takeaway from that class was to engage. Not only just to engage, but how to engage. And then the third class was structuring an engaging class. And that's where we went over the 5 points that creates an engaging class that makes sense to the mind so your students can follow you well. We had things like opening, structuring the content, participation from the students, homework, something that they can apply, and then the hook that will bring them back next week. So that was the 5 basic points of structuring an engaging class. And then the fourth one, the last class, was keeping those paying customers, keeping the people that you have put forth a lot of effort in order to bring them to your class. And the way that we did that was essentially, in easiest terms possible, you just make friends with them, and friends whom receive a great deal of value from the relationship. So not only is there a friendship, but you know where they're at in whatever process that you're leading them through, whatever process that the class is leading them through, and you're always there to help them with the next step. So that was the 4th class. And then today we're going to bring all that stuff together, and now that all the prep work is done, we have brought the idea to an advertisement. We have talked about the ways to advertise, and in order to get people, we talked about and even experimented with getting the people using Facebook and other ways that you guys have brought back as valid ways of working with. And then you're going to need lesson material too, and so we talked about that. And then now we're ready to pull all that together to not only what we've together to one thing, not only what we've learned, but experience everything needed to create your own online class. And the experience part is what this class is going to be about. So I talked to you guys beforehand about doing like a 20 or 30 minute presentation where you lead us through your actual class experience. So that way, by the end of this 5-week course today, you'll have not only learned everything you'll need to know, but experienced everything to actually pull this online class together. So, without any further ado, I'm wondering, does anyone have any questions about any of that, or thoughts before we like me and Kurt and the other one of you become your student? Because that's essentially what this class is going to be, is where I'm your student and you lead me and everyone else through your class.
I'm just so glad we're all together doing this. Thank
Cool.
you for all you've done to pull us together.
Thank you for the question.
Mm-hmm.
So who wants to be the first teacher today in this class? I'm looking forward to being a student. Are you going to be the first teacher? And that's exactly what this last class is going to be about. It is a chance for you to experience exactly what you love and what you've planned on and what you've been creating throughout all these previous 4 classes. So the last class here, the 5th and final class, is you applying everything that we've talked about before in an actual experience. So you will have already experienced it and everything else. So it'll be very easy to go ahead and step into the role that you've been planning on stepping into. So as this very last class, stepping into that role, I want to do that one-on-one with you. Even if you'd prefer more people, I may even be able to get other people. But just definitely contact me. I'll put all my contact information in the description below, and we'll set it up in whatever ways most comfortable for you, and whatever ways in particular you need role played. So whatever you need me to be to make this comfortable and clear for you, I definitely want to be there for that. Also, even in the future, if you should need any future support with any of this kind of stuff, it is my passion and my absolute joy to help this kind of stuff happen for people. So please contact me if there are any questions all about anything in the future, and I'll be more than happy to work with you. All right, guys, I love you all a ton. Thank you for coming to this awesome Introduction to Course Creation class, and I look forward to hearing from you very soon. All right, bye. Contact me right now. That's the very next step.